Hi everybody, welcome back to the Crochet Nurse channel. Today what I'd like to show you how to do is to make these quick and easy textured scrubbies. They are made in one solid piece, so you're not taking two halves and then stitching them together. It's all done at once. The front side has the bumps for texture and the back is fairly smooth. Like I say, quick and easy, and I will show you how to do it. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the notification bell below. So if you're ready to make these scrubbies, let's get to it. For this project, we're using roughly a half a skein of Mary Maxim Scrub yarn, and this comes in 76 yards, and this is 100% cotton with fringe, so it's roughly 35 to 40 yards. If you do not have Mary Maxim Scrub, that's okay. You can also use Peaches and Cream, just if you're going to do this, because we're going to be using it, you know, in the kitchen. Both of these are 100% cotton, but like I say, Mary Maxim Scrub or the Peaches and Cream, both will work just as well. The Mary Maxim Scrub will actually give you more of a scrubby property. We're also going to be using a size H hook, H 5.0 hook, and you will need one stitch marker. So grab your supplies and let's get going. All right, grab your yarn, create a slip knot and chain 5. And if you're using the scrub yarn like I am, make them a loose chain. You can see my loop can still move around. 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to go in and we're going to create a circle. And so we want to go right back into that first loop and slip knot into that first loop there. All right, you should have a hole. And what we're going to do from here is we're going to chain up 1, and then we're going to put 8 single crochets in that circle. And you're going to want to crochet around your string. Okay, so as you move around, you're going to want to crochet on top of your string and get 5 in there. I'm sorry, 8 single crochets in there. Oh boy, huh guys? Once you have your 8, you're going to slip stitch back into that very first single crochet. It's going to be tight, guys, and pull it through. Okay, and then go ahead, you have your string on the back, go ahead and pull that tight to close up that ring. You don't have to close it all right now. Now what I will show you is you can see your stitches. See there? There they are. You just have to look closer for them. They're not as easy, but there they are. They are there, presenting themselves. This yarn is not that hard, you just got to know where to look. Okay, so let's move on to the next round. So we're going to chain up 1. And the first thing we're going to do is in this next stitch, and you can see it, it's right there on top, we're going to put in a single crochet. Just stick it right in there and put in a single crochet. Okay. Now, and now that I've got that first single crochet in there, you can see the hole. It's kind of opened up for you. Okay. So now what we're going to do is you can grab your stitch marker and we're going to place that here in that first single crochet that you just completed. Gets that out of the way back there. Okay. And in that same stitch that we just did that single crochet, we're going to do a picot, and I'm going to show you what to do. So we're going to go in to the same stitch, come back, and we have 2 loops on the hook. Make sure you keep these loops loose. Super important. From right here, what we're going to do is chain up 3 while still leaving that other hook on your hook. So we just chained 1, 2, see the other loop is still there, 3, Okay, and that's what it'll look like. Now, because this is a picot, in that first chain that we did way down here at the bottom, and you can see it because I told you keep it loose, you're going to go in, yarn over, pull through, and now you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3. Now what that is going to do is going to create the picot on top, on the back side up here. Okay, and that's actually going to be what we're going to do all the way around. So that was stitch number 1, and our pattern is going to be, next stitch we're going to go a single crochet, and then that same stitch we're going to do our picot again. Pull in, pull up, keep it kind of loose, chain 1, chain 2, chain 3, go down at the bottom, pull up, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have 8 stitches, right? So there's the next one, single crochet. I still have my hole, you can see it, it opens up for me. Get in there, pull up, keep it loose, chain 1, chain 2, chain 3, go back down to the bottom, come out, I have 3 loops on my hook, pull through. And you want to do that all the way around. That's 1, 2, 3. We have 5 more stitches to go, and I'll meet you back here. Alright, I put my single crochet in there, and I need to go back in, my hole's presenting, and put in my picot. 1, 2, and 3. And then go down to the bottom, yarn over, there's my 3, and pull it through. Okay, and I'm back to my stitch. I know that I'm in the right place because I can count my bumps. This is how you want to keep track. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's how I know I'm in the right spot. So now I'm going to remove my stitch marker, and I'm going to slip stitch in there to join this together. There you go. And that's what it should look like right now. And then there's the front. Okay. All right. We're ready for the next round. It's round 2. We're going to chain up 1. And we're going to be increasing again. So we're going to do single crochet stitches all around. So in the first stitch here, I'm going to do a single crochet. And I'm going to put my stitch marker back in because I want to keep track of where I'm at. It's either that or you can count each one. Okay. And now we immediately bump into our little bobble here. To work for that, we're just going to push it forward, just like that, and you can see the stitch presents itself. So when you push it forward, the stitch is already used, and you can see it. We'll go into the next one, and we're going to put in 2 single crochet. And once you get going, it's really fast. 2, and then the next stitch after that, you're going to do 1 single crochet. And then you're going to push your little bobble or little bump forward there and put 2 single crochet in this one. And then the next stitch is 1. Push your bump forward and put 2. That is going to be your process all the way around. And when you get to the end of this row, you will have 24 stitches. I've just finished my last single crochet, and just wanted to mention, don't get confused by that little bar that's right there. That's not a stitch. That's just kind of sitting there. Anyway, so let's jump across, and we're going to, where you have your stitch marker, going to slip stitch to join. Put that in there. That's the back, and this is going to be the front, and you can see it's starting to make those nice bumps that we're looking for. Even if you're using the peaches and creams, you should start seeing those bumps as well. Okay, ready for round 3. We're going to chain up, and in that stitch that's presented itself, you can see the hole right there. What we're going to do in that very first one is a picot, a single crochet picot. So we're going to go in, pull up, keep it loose. By now you guys are pros at this. 2 and 3, and you can see I even hold on to mine. And there it is. Go into it, come out, 3 on my hook, and pull through. Okay, and in the next stitch after that, we are going to put a single crochet, and in the third stitch we are going to put a picot and a single crochet. So we're going to go in, pull up, 1, 2, 3, pull through, and then go right back into that same stitch. Open it up if you need to, pull it, and again, guys, this should be tight, otherwise it's not going to be a good scrubber for you. All right, and so that's going to be your pattern across. And so we just finished a single crochet in that stitch, so the next stitch that opens up is going to be a picot. Loosen up. 1, 2, 3, and across. So it's going to be a picot, a single crochet in the next stitch, and then a picot and a single crochet in the next one. And that's going to be your pattern all the way across. Picot, single crochet, picot, single crochet, picot, single crochet, and you will be increasing, and when you get to the end of this row you will have 32 stitches. Alright, so I've just finished my last single crochet, and I'm going to slip stitch to join, and that row can get a little confusing simply because I'm going to pull it back out, tighten this down. That row can get a little confusing because we were increasing on every third stitch, and then also we were counting up the picots for 3. And so if it felt confusing to you, that was why. It wasn't that you were doing anything wrong. So this is what we have so far. This is with the Scrubby yarn from Mary Maxim, and if you are working on the was it Peaches and Cream, this is what that's looking like. So size wise they're pretty close, okay, but you can see as far as the bumps, you're going to get more bang here on this side, but this one will definitely still do the trick. So they both look good. So let's continue on with the next row. And what we're going to do here is we're going to do our final increase row. And this is row 4, I believe it is. So let's go in there, go back around here, and we're going to go ahead and chain up 1. And what we're going to do is we're going to single crochet in the first 7, and then in the 8th stitch we're going to do 2 single crochet, and we're going to do that 4 times. We have 32 stitches, remember, because we have 16 bobbles on top, so we have 32 stitches. So single crochet 7, and then 2 single crochet in the 8th stitch, and you're going to do that 4 times. Same process you did before. When you get to where the bobbles are, or the little bumps there, you're just going to push them forward, and so that way you can put a stitch in there, and that way you increase the bump size. I will meet you at the end. Alright, for the next row, after you slip stitch to join, just chain up 1, and then we are going to do a half double crochet in each stitch all the way around. This will build the side wall and prepare us so we can start doing the back side. I'll meet you at the end. Alright, I finished my row of half double crochet, and what it starts to take on a shape of like a little bowl like. So you should have slip stitched to join and that's going to build the wall, and let's move on to reduce the size. So we want to chain up 1, and then you're going to single crochet right back into that same stitch. Ooh, we can get it in there. There we go. And then we want to single crochet in the next 6, because that's going to count as 1. And so a total of 7 stitches. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. And then we're going to single crochet stitch 8 and 9 together. So we go in, come out, 2 on the hook, go into the next stitch, which is stitch 9, and out 3 on the hook, then pull through all 3. And then we're going to repeat that process around. So we're going to single crochet again in the next 7, and then join together stitches 8 and 9. And you'll do that a total of 4 times. You have 3 more times to make it all the way around. And when you get all the way back around, you'll be able to shape it, and it'll start looking like this, where it's starting to close. I'll meet you at the end. All right, that brought us down from 36 to 32 stitches, and let's reduce some more. So you slip stitch to join, chain up 1, single crochet right back into that first stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, and then on the 3rd stitch you're going to single crochet 2 together. And that is actually going to be your process all the way around. Single crochet in 2, and then on the 3rd one you're going to single crochet 2 together, and that will actually reduce us by 8. And so by the time we finish with this round, you'll have moved down from 32 down to 24. And if you're working on the Mary Maxim one, it'll look like this, because this one's already reduced down to 24. I will meet you at the end. All right, we are in the home stretch. And so, I mean, you have to shape it a little bit to get it to look like you want it to. All right, that should have brought us down to 24. And we are going to continue to reduce. And so you probably already know what the drill is going to be at this point. We're going to go up, go right back in, single crochet for the first stitch, and then the next 2 stitches are going to be joined, and that is going to be your pattern around. It's going to be 1 single crochet and then join the next 2, and that will actually leave you with a small hole in the middle to single crochet until you have it closed off. You're not going to slip stitch to join when you get this small in here. You're just going to continue going around, single crochet, and then joining 2, and then you'll see as you're going to have to really pull it to kind of get it to go together. As you can see, you're just going to keep going round and round and joining until you actually close that hole. So there's no real science to this. You just need to keep going round and round, and you'll close it. And then once you get it all closed up, you would just go ahead and weave in your ends, shape it, and these guys will be done. And then you can take them out and use them and work them. Look at the size difference though, right? Yeah, fantastic. So that's what I wanted to show you today, and if you have any questions or comments, put them in the note box below, and I'll be happy to address them. All right. Have a fantastic day, everybody.